Hi, I'm Terry. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the RSV2CE Catholic Bible Thinline Large Print in Crimson Leathersoft from Catholic Bible Press. And here's the front cover. It says RSV2CE, and there's got a fancy cross there. And it says Catholic Bible Thinline Large Print, Crimson Leathersoft, Catholic Bible Press. Here's what the spine of this box looks like. And here's a photo of the crimson cover. And it says Crimson Leathersoft, Catholic Bible Press. Oops, sorry, wrong side. Here's the ISBN for people who care about the ISBN. Here's some of the features. Complete Catholic Canon, imprimatur from the Roman Catholic Church, presentation page, classic 2-page column design, clear readable large print 10-point Catholic comfort print. And here is what the comfort print looks like. So, now, here's the front cover. It's got a gold cross. Other than that, it's a very simple red design. It's almost got a marbled look to it in person. Here is the spine. It's got that same cross, but they didn't put the gold in it to make it stand out. And it's got slightly raised hubs. It's got 4 hubs. It says Holy Bible, RSV2CE, which stands for Revised Standard Version, 2nd Catholic Edition. And it says Catholic Bible Press, but there's no gold there. And then on the back, there's an ISBN number, but because it's not filled in with gold, you can barely see it. It's easier to see on camera than it is on person, actually, in person. All right, now it's got one ribbon marker, which is double-sided. It's a really decent ribbon marker. Not like what you get in a premium Bible, but for a basic Bible, it's pretty good. Here's that presentation page. It says presented to you by on. So you can use this as a gift Bible. It's got a really pretty end paper. And here's the title page, the Holy Bible. And it's got this symbol here. I don't remember what that symbol is called. And then here's the title page, the publisher's title page. And then here is the copyright page, which does not list the other available editions, but it does say with ecclesiastical approval. And it's got the nihil obstat and the imprimatur. And then it's got information on the copyright of the different editions. And then all rights reserved under the International and Pan-American Conventions. Printed in India. It's a first printing of 2024. And then here's the table of contents. There is an abbreviations page. There's an introduction. And then you get into the biblical text. Now, for Protestants watching this video, you'll notice that this Old Testament ends with the books of Maccabees. Some Catholic Bibles do end with Malachi and put the Maccabees books with the books of history, if I remember right. Then here's the New Testament. And then after the Revelation of John, we get 2 charts, the parables of Christ and the miracles of Christ. I will show those in a few minutes. First, let's go to show the basic layout of the Bible. Here's the abbreviations page, though, for those interested. So, in the footnotes, it'll use these abbreviations. So, if you're new to the Bible or you haven't had a Bible previously that had this kind of notation, this will help you find out what they're quoting from or what they're referring to. And then here's the introduction. If you've never read the Revised Standard Version, Second Catholic Edition, or even the Revised Standard Version, I highly recommend you read this introduction. It gives you a lot of really interesting information about the history of the Revised Standard Version, both the Protestant and Catholic editions. And then we get to the title page of the Old Testament. So here it is, the Old Testament. And then I'm going to turn the page. I'm still working this Bible in. And you'll see it is a two-page layout. Or not two-page layout, two-column layout. It says the title of the book up here, and it's got that symbol, two-column text. It's got chapter numbers that are almost like drop caps, and then it's got bold subject headings, which you'll be able to see better on the next page. And then there's a line separating the biblical text from, like, here's an introduction to the book, cross-references, and then here's a explanatory note of this passage. So it's kind of a cross-reference Bible and kind of a simplified study Bible, kind of, but not really a study Bible. Well, it's more than just a text Bible. It does give you a little bit more than that. Okay, so here's one of those bold subject headings. And here's the number drop cap for chapter 2. But it's putting this part of chapter 2 with chapter 1 because it's one complete thought going through to there. And then the next goes there. And then I'll go to the poetry section in a minute, but here it gives you an idea what the poetry layout is like, because some parts of Genesis are poetry. And here you see there's quite a bit of cross-references. And it'll even go to the original language and show you what some words would have been in Hebrew. And then there's an explanation of the passage. Here it's talking about the prophecy of the Messiah in that passage. Now I'll go to the poetry. And here we're in Psalms. And here we'll look at Psalm 23, which is a famous one, which you get two different chapter numbers. One is the chapter number from the Christian arrangement of the Psalms from the Masoretic text, or the Hebrew text. The smaller number is from the Latin Vulgate numbering. Here we have a subject heading. Here they're calling Psalm 23 the Divine Shepherd. And then this part here where it says the Psalm of David, that's actually part of the Hebrew text. If I remember reading right, I have a couple Jewish Bibles, but in Jewish Bibles, this is where the verse 1 would start. Or it would either be verse 1 or it would be verse 0. I can't remember which. But anyway, that part that says the Psalm of David actually is part of the biblical text. The verse numbers are along the side, and it is in poetry, in a poetic setting. I can't remember the term for it. I'm drawing a blank right at the moment. But you'll see, if you look here at the bottom of the page, below that line, there are quite a few cross-references, and there are notes explaining the poetry. Here's the book of Sirach. And you'll see, I'll go back a few pages. Where was it? Some sections of the prophets you'll see are in poetry, and others are in prose. So that's really cool. And now let's go to the New Testament. Which, as I said before, this Bible ends with 2nd Malachi, and then After 2nd Malachi, we get the title page to the New Testament with that symbol there. And then here we've got the Gospel according to Matthew. And then the subheading, the drop cap style number, and then the line, and then there's this information. Like here it gives an explanation of the genealogy, and then here it explains for verse 16 that this is Joseph's genealogy, not Mary's. The Virgin Mary's genealogy is given in the Gospel of Luke. And then you'll see that this is a black letter text as I turn to the Sermon on the Mount. I prefer black letter text. You may prefer red letter, but I prefer black letter. There are red letter RSV2CEs that exist. The Great Adventure Bible is one of them. And then I have another one by Ignatius that is also red letter. But this is a black letter one. And if you look here in the New Testament, it gives you a lot of cross-references. And how the cross-references work is you have the bold number from up here, and then in the not as dark, you have where you're cross-referencing to. So like, it's saying Matthew 4:17 is cross-referenced to Matthew chapter 3, verse 2, chapter 10, verse 7, Mark chapter 1, verse 15, just as examples of how you use that cross-referencing system. It's really simple. At least to me, it didn't take a whole lot of getting used to. I like the page layout though. And then after the biblical text, here we're at the book of Revelation. This is where the Bible gets really thin. So let's see if I can do this. Okay, I'll talk about the maps in a minute. I just want to go back this way to the two charts that come after the biblical text. Okay, so we have the parables of Jesus. So this lists every parable in the Synoptic Gospels, because there are not parables in the Gospel of John. So it's about a page and a third long. Next is the miracles of Jesus, and this is all 4 Gospels. So, like, for number 14 here, over 5,000 fed, this is in all 4 Gospels. But if you go back up here to number 1, leper cleansed, that's in only the Synoptic Gospels. So, and synoptic is just basically the word that means similar. And then that chart covers about a page and a third. And then we have a blank on this side, and then on this side, it's an explanation of the comfort print font, what inspired it, and who came up with it. It was done by 2K Denmark, but it tells you the specific people at 2K Denmark that did it. Now we have the maps. This is the world of the patriarchs, so the very early part of Genesis, and then the Exodus and the Conquest, and so on, until you get to this map, which is the last one, which is Jerusalem in the time of Jesus. And it's got like little call outs to different things in the text of the map. And then there's a blank cardstock, and then on the other side is the end paper, which is really pretty. And then back to that back cover. All in all, I think it's a really well put together Bible. It is available in a few editions. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are. I know there's this one, which is crimson red. There's black, there's brown, and I want to say there is a genuine leather one, but I'm not 100% certain. If you go to Amazon and you put this ISBN number in there, the 978 1400 33 75 45, type that in on Amazon, it'll bring up this one, and then when you scroll through the description page, there's a section where it's from the publisher, and at the bottom of that, it shows you the different editions. And if I remember right, there's 3 Leathersoft editions, this crimson red, brown, black, and a genuine leather. I do not know if there's a Premier Collection edition of it. If there is, that would be awesome, because I think it would most likely have 2 ribbon markers, and they'd probably be they'd definitely be better quality than this one. This one's not bad. I like this one. I chose the crimson red because the very first RSV I had growing up, because the RSV is the Bible translation I started with when I got my very first Bible. So to still be using the RSV after over 40 years is, to me, a good thing. I do use other Bible translations, but the RSV still has a very important place in my heart. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Sorry this video came out later than I hoped it would. But I'm struggling lately with some health stuff, and hopefully that's going to finally get cleared up soon with the help of a doctor. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick Bible review of this one. I think this one's really well put together. If there are other editions of it, I will maybe see if in the future sometime I can get one of them, like a genuine leather version or something, to see how the genuine leather compares to the Leathersoft. This Leathersoft has a very leatherish feel to it. I think they're getting to a point almost where if you didn't tell someone what it is, they would probably guess that it's maybe a lesser quality leather rather than artificial. But this actually does have kind of a slightly leather feel. I mean, it doesn't have a grain to it, but it almost has a feeling like a lamb skin or calf skin almost. But it's not as floppy because of the construction. I forgot to mention it's paste down construction. Let's see, is there anything else I can think of? They do have Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to pause this and look at what their handles are for those 2 social media platforms, it's right there. You can pause it and see that. I think it's a really good large print Bible. It's not too big. It's just the right size. You can carry it to church. This is about the same size as my Great Adventure Bible. Although the Great Adventure Bible is a little thicker because that's a study Bible. I'm going to pull out my tape measure right now, and I am going to show you how thick and wide this is. I should have been doing this in other videos, but I'm going to get into the habit of doing this now because I think it is helpful for people to have an idea of what size Bible cover they might need and stuff. So this is like 1 2/8 inches thick, and it is just shy of 7 inches. It's like 1/8 of an inch shy of 7 inches wide. I'm measuring from the cover, by the way, not the text block. And the cover, shoot. All right, I'm not going to be able to do it where you can really see the number. Here, I'll do it this. Oh, shit. I'll turn it this way. This way you should be able to see the numbers. It is 9.5. The cover is 9.5 inches long. So I hope that helps. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video.